December 18th, 2022. How's it going, guys? Well, I've got another video for you. you know, it amazes me how things get changed so much and how things, is just rewritten. Just like Arts talks about how things get rewritten on all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. And they just change it, rewrite it. If this color was orange over here, and all of a sudden you go back and says, no, this isn't orange, this is black. Yeah, some of this stuff is just crazy. And I've noticed more and more of this changing out there. Oh my God. One of the deals a while back I did was talking about in the United States, different nationalities, different places, different countries that have come in here. And what I found really interesting was that it showed that Texas had a ton of lots of different Russians down in there. A lot of them were living down in Texas. And I was, I was just really shocked at that. Not because of what's going on in Russia right now or anything, nothing like that. But it was just, I don't know, just curiosity about all of it. About, how much of the population was here. I mean, we have a lot of Germans here in Kansas City and different other states and areas that populate lots of the areas and stuff. So I was just, I went back in a while back and everything had changed. The percentage had changed so much that it wasn't even there. I mean, I forget how much, it was showing, I don't know, like, I think it was showing like around 40% down there in Texas at one time. Now I think it shows like 2 or 3. Now supposedly what caused all this was supposedly the pandemic when it happened. Now how's that possible? I don't know. That seems kind of strange, doesn't it, guys? But there's lots of other things too. And yeah, I did one on dating here just in the last day or so. And about, different things. And I was talking about, there was a study that was done at a college, and it was talking about sex drives, okay, and about women, and who had the strongest. Well, if you go in now and you look at this stuff, this ain't the same college. I can't even find the one that did the deal on the English. And they showed that they had the highest sex drive, which I do believe that. Because actually I went with a lady, you've heard of the Hatfields and McCoys? Well, one of them was a descendant of the Hatfields. And they were actually English. Now, my ex, she was a German and definitely did not have the drive that the English gal had. English gal definitely had a lot higher sex drive, a lot more ambition. But getting on to this too, I can't get over how much stuff is being changed out there, and they just change it and twist it around. Oh my God, unbelievable on this stuff. But I don't know. And it just, this kind of gets off the other subject too, but I think, what do they call that deal in about 7 or about 6 days from now, that 42 is supposed to be lifted? And I got thinking about this for an instant. Now people, when they talk about, ERs talks about the controllers. Well, yeah, there's a lot of control. There's a lot we can talk about, and I'll do another video on that. But the thing of this is, all these cars. I talked about this once before. Nobody never listens. But how all these people were talking, oh, it's too hard to sell your own car. We'll sell it for you. We'll buy it. Come get it for you. The narrative here was to be able to control people and to push all these new cars on them, cause higher prices, make more money for the rich. And where does the other go? Think about that for an instant. But why buy up all the old cars? Here in Kansas City here, I can drive around to a lot of these automotive places. Now, I'm not talking about just car lots. I'm talking about and they've bought up all the cars. There's tons of cars that's not running and bunched up, but they just got them piled up like a junkyard. And why is that, guys? Now, what I'm getting to on this, it's about controlling everything. Because just like if you go to Craigslist or something else like that, and a lot of these places don't even have the titles to these vehicles. Because you get on Craigslist and you look at all this stuff like that, and you go to look at a vehicle, guess what? They don't have the title. Now, what I got thinking about was, I went this last week, I'd already paid my house taxes. They were like $1,100. Hey, that's about what people pay for a car. And a lot of them can't pay that for a car. So, what paid that? And I'm thinking about all this here. And about what's going on here. And I got thinking about this 42 deal here. Well, say we have $500,000. They're saying 5 million more is going to come across the border. But what if we just say have $500,000 more come here across before Christmas time? Because that's what it's going to be in about 6 days from now. And then I got thinking about all these vehicles. Okay. Well, a lot of them got money. A lot of them are in dope and everything else, but the other ones don't have a lot of money. So they'll buy these vehicles. Somebody's going to massively profit off this too. Think about this, guys. But then there's going to be just that many more cars on the road that don't have license plates, or don't have insurance, or don't have anything else. So where does that put us guys that do the right thing, that pay all those bills? Well, I mean, it'll come a breaking point now, won't it? People needs to think about that too. But it's another way to control everything. And for the other ones, for the elites, to make a lot more money. Got to think about that. I mean, if you control all the cars, basically what people can buy, and most people, they'll go out there and drop $15,000 to $30,000, and that's for just a little tiny thing. I mean, on my street here, I can tell you, there's a whole bunch of people that have license plates that don't match the cars. I'm not talking about temp tags. I'm talking about they got improper license plates on their vehicles. So that means they're not paying Jackson County. No, Jeff City ain't getting paid. They're only getting paid by the people that actually in this system here that pay on all this. So why aren't these people having to pay? See, this is where this is going to break down, because it's going to come to a point where people ain't going to want to do it then. But if we have 500,000 more people, say, cross here in the next 6 days, and they go grab all the cars up, not just grabbing all the cars, but there's other implications about this. And me and my son was talking about that. We were up there at the casino last night. And what about the jobs? Because you got all these people that, they were just barely, they might have just been getting a couple, 3 meals a week. So now we're going to have, not just that, they're going to flood the job market. So then there won't be any jobs for anybody to go out there and look for any jobs when they want to. I mean, think about that. Then they'll control everything. It's just something to think about, guys. And I mean, there's a lot of different groups, and cult groups, and church groups, also embedded in some of this stuff. Hot and heavy. So, just something to think about. And I'll be doing a lot more videos. We're going to be talking a lot more in depth on certain things. And I think I might even have one video from the zoo of the penguins. I'll get out to you down the line here, guys. Anyway, eyes open and have a good one.